Hey, what's up, guys? So the scenes coming out of Minneapolis are just crazy, especially after the death of Alex Preddy. But take a look at what Minnesota's local law enforcement is permitting on their streets. Rather than partnering with the federal authorities, they're actually stepping back and allowing these anarchists to assault federal agents and vandalize property. Take a look. Okay, so yesterday, an agent lost his finger after it was bitten off by one of these deranged leftist protesters. Didn't happen here at the hotel, but somewhere else in Minneapolis. That said, Pam Bondi posted a tweet yesterday that read, "The suspect who allegedly bit the finger off an HSI agent in Minnesota today has been arrested and is in custody. I have directed my federal prosecutors to file charges for this heinous assault on our brave law enforcement officer." Yeah, some pretty crazy shit because this is the level of stuff that, these federal officers have to go through on a daily basis. They're dealing with these mentally ill individuals. Take a look at this person. Actually, I'm not sure which one it is. There's two people here, but take a look. So this is the finger, or what's left of it, but you could see the tip completely off. It's bleeding profusely, and I don't know. Yeah, I can't make out a bone, but I'm sure if I zoom in, you can see it. But I don't want to do that. Uh, This is the remain of his finger, the tip of his finger in a jar. Can anyone let me know in the comment section? Can you put that back? I'm not even sure because I saw differing opinions on the comment section. And then this is the individual who, well, I'm not sure which individual. There's two of them here, but here's one of them, and here's the other one. Yeah, these two both look like mentally unstable. Okay, so this next clip took place at a hotel where, these activists were terrorizing the place trying to get in because it was alleged that federal officers were staying at this hotel. It's not 100% confirmed, but this one agent who's standing outside guarding the place, he seems severely injured. He's bleeding on the mouth and on his hand. So take a look.
Is everyone pressed?
We're officers overnight. We're all members of the press. We're all pressed here. Okay. This officer appears to be bleeding from the mouth. Oh my God. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Says he's all right. He's all right.
Where's the local PD? That's my question for the press.
Okay. This officer.
Where is the local PD?
Okay, so he asked a very good question. Where are the local police? Why is there no coordination between local law enforcement and federal officers? During the Obama administration, Biden administration, there was a level of cooperation between, local level and federal level. But it's funny how during this Trump administration, we don't see any of that. And that's why all this stuff is manufactured. And honestly, I'm pretty sure the Democrats love this. They're the ones who told their base to go out there, agitate, impede, obstruct federal officers from conducting ICE operations. Take a look at Tim Walz, who's been on record numerous occasions telling Minnesotans get out there with their phones and record everything. And then you have paid protesters on top of that. That's just a recipe for disaster. These are federal officers doing a very difficult job, and these paid protesters are just creating a chaotic environment. And if these protesters had been peaceful, I'm pretty sure both Renee Good and Alex Preddy would still be alive today. But the interesting thing in all this is the timing, because what was dominating the headlines for weeks and days leading up to all this? The Minnesota Somali daycare fraud, where billions and billions were allegedly stolen from taxpayers. Okay, and I'm still curious how the national media shifted its focus away from Somali daycare fraud and onto ICE protests in Minneapolis. I'm curious, who was the one person that stood to benefit from this? Tim Waltz, eh? Anyways, Megyn Kelly had a hilarious tweet over the weekend. She tweeted at President Trump. President Trump should pull ICE out of Minnesota today and announce that there will no longer be immigration enforcement in Minnesota at all. All illegals in the US are encouraged to move there. And if any illegal is found outside of Minnesota and gets deported, they can never apply for reentry. That sounds like a perfect idea. You want to be a sanctuary city, you can have them all. Take them all. And if you ever get caught outside of Minnesota, you're going to get deported. So there's going to be a huge influx of illegals all heading to Minnesota. And let's see how the residents feel. Let's see if they continue their anti-ICE protest. Well, ICE is going to be gone by then, but maybe they'll start protesting against the uptick in crime or the sudden proliferation of daycares from different migrant groups across the city. Who knows? But the point is, let's just send them all to Minneapolis. Anyways, I want to go back to what I was talking about earlier about how all of this was being manufactured by the mainstream media and politicians. Take a look at this tweet here that I'm showing you. It shows all the deportations, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump 1.0, Biden, millions and millions of deportations, no protest. And all of a sudden, Trump 2.0, and we got 600,000 deportations and mass protests and riots. And what did I tell you what was happening before this? Oh, yeah. Minnesota Somali daycare fraud, where billions and billions of dollars were allegedly defrauded. And who is the person at the center of all that? Well, who is in the spotlight getting all the flack? Governor Tim Walz. And who is the one that told his base to get out there, bring your phones, get in their face? Governor Tim Walz. And the best thing that could have happened for the Democrat Party, well, for Governor Tim Walz is the death of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, because that just killed the Somali daycare fraud story. I don't think it's a coincidence, to be honest. Anyways, let's get to the next part. I want to show you this video here that went pretty viral over the weekend because this is President Obama in 2013. I want you to listen to what he said here. Take a look.
I'm the President of the United States. I'm not the Emperor of the United States. My job is to execute laws that are passed. And Congress right now has not changed what I consider to be a broken immigration system. And what that means is that we have certain obligations to enforce the laws that are in place, even if we think that in many cases the results may be tragic.
This is exactly what President Trump is doing. Can you not tell? This is 2013. You remember the national mainstream media talking, trashing Obama and his deportation policies? Barely. In fact, they did ride-alongs with him. CNN did a ride-along with him. And during that ride-along, the ICE official or agent he was targeting a house. He mistaken the criminal for his brother. And imagine if this had happened during the Trump administration, this would have made national headlines. Anyways, watch this clip here of CNN doing a ride-along with ICE during one of their raids.
5-man arrest team here situated in this neighborhood here on the street. You see the stoop going up. I have a couple guys sitting right inside that stoop. This is part of what we do. Keep eyes on somebody and try to be as covert as we can. There we go. Is that him in white?
This may look organized, but in this moment, confusion.
There's always challenges we face when it's dark, somebody looks very similar to an individual.
ICE agents mistakenly arrest the target's brother.
In the process of talking to him in the vehicle, he then said, "Oh, no, I'm actually so-and-so. Who you're looking for is over here, this other address." He led us to that address, and we were able to actually arrest the individual we were looking for.
This guy ratted out on his own brother, eh? Anyways, I'm just trying to show you the hypocrisy. Imagine CNN doing this right now during the Trump administration, doing ride-alongs with ICE. That would never happen.